Hey, Dollie, did you see that Jeffipoo is at it again? He just keeps trying as hard as he can to scam people out of money.
Yeah, I definitely saw that. When are people going to learn that he's just full of shit and has no information on the Kylie Rodney case?
I would think that if he actually had any information, he'd have put it out long before now. But he just keeps making excuses and then says that people have to pay to see his videos about it. I call bullshit on the whole thing.
Yeah. How many times have we seen him put out these shorts or thumbnails saying Kylie Rodney case solved? He's so full of shit. He hasn't solved anything. All he does is make up all these fantasies about people involved who were not really involved.
I honestly hope that Jared sues his sorry ass over the slander Jeff has spread about him. There is absolutely no truth to what Jeff is saying. It's all a bunch of made-up bullshit that has no basis in fact.
I saw what the stupid ass did a while back. Sent a request to the FBI for a free copy of the report. Here he is, saying he spent thousands of dollars of his own money investigating the case, which is an outright lie, by the way, and can't spend a few bucks to get a copy of the report.
Yeah, he sends the request with the title of instructor. Instructor of what? How to be a dipshit. That moron has to try to scam no matter what he does. Instructor? That would be funny if it wasn't so stupid.
And then he turns around and tries to make it look like he was in direct contact with the FBI. Tries to make it look like they rejected his request for whatever reason he gave, which was crap, when in fact it was his request for a free copy that was rejected. He is such a scamming piece of shit. Look at this.
Apparently this idiot doesn't understand basic English. Let me read this to you so that both you and your followers can understand it.
What? What are you talking about? I understood the letter. I just wanted to make sure that I twisted it around for my sheep. Duh. Anybody with half a brain could understand the letter.
That just means that you need another quarter of a brain to fully understand it. You're such a complete imbecile, Jeffipoo.
Let me make this clear. Dear Instructor Noise. Instructor, haha. That's funny, you twerp. This is in response to your request for a fee waiver for the above-referenced Freedom of Information Privacy Act's request. Fee waivers are released on a case-by-case basis, and your request was denied for the reason below. Anyway, what it boils down to is, in typical scammer fashion, you tried to get something for nothing. You even lied about yourself, saying you were an instructor. That is all the letter is about. You're trying to spin it in a different direction, but this is simply saying you wanted something for nothing, and you're not getting it.
You're an instructor? Ha ha ha. The only thing you could be an instructor for is how to be a liar and a scammer.
Or an instruction manual on molesting young boys. From what we've heard from a former associate, he's apparently really good at that. He's on the Grindr Gay app.
The guy's a sicko, a pervert. I know people who have said that he sent them a bunch of porn. Just like the link we saw to that one website he was advertising, it was just a page full of Asian porn. Totally disgusting, just like him.
He's always trying to make himself into something he's not. Just like he claimed he was a pilot, but Jacob, who's an actual pilot, proved beyond any doubt that Jeff was lying about that, just like he's lied about everything else.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't think is a liar should go back and watch Kevin's videos where Kevin proved he was lying, like the fake-ass homeless girl he claimed he helped while the whole time they were working together to fake the video. She's one of his friends. She's a friend on Facebook and a friend in real life. He said her name was Roxanne, but her real name is Kristen Denman.
And she looked as strung out as Jeff. They're both definitely into some hard stuff. But Jeff then says he's never taken drugs. Ha! What a lying piece of shit. Even in his online reviews from customers, they all say he's a scammer, an asshole, and a drug addict. When all of his former customers say the same thing, it's a little hard to say they just made it up.
Hey! Just because I do drugs doesn't make me a bad person. But, lying, scamming, hacking people's accounts, stealing from people, making up shit about people and accusing them of things they're not guilty of. Okay, yeah, that makes me a bad person. I'm such a scamming piece of shit and a petty little bitch.
Oh, you're definitely a petty little bitch. I'm beginning to think that the reason you don't go back to work is because nobody will hire your sorry ass. They're all familiar with you and know that you're not responsible, not trustworthy, and are afraid you'll steal them blind.
Jeffipoo, here's the deal. Anyone who would hack into people's bank accounts and steal from them can't be trusted in any other area of life. I know if I owned a business, I wouldn't want you anywhere around it.
Not to mention that he's a pathological liar. I sometimes think that even if he tried to tell the truth, he wouldn't know how to go about it. He's so used to lying about things. I'm not sure he would even know what reality is anymore.
I still say his mother should have swallowed.
And I still say you should have let me drag him into the alley and carve him up when we had the chance.
I would go for just cutting out his tongue and chopping off his fingers. If he couldn't talk or type, that should end the lying.
I would also say to cut his balls off, but unfortunately he doesn't have any.
Sounds like he's related to Chris if that's the case. And I'd go for cutting out his brain, but he doesn't have one of those either.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. The other day I looked up the word loser in the dictionary, and there was a picture of Jeffipoo and Chris side by side. I guess they couldn't figure out who the biggest loser was, so they just called it a tie.
They could definitely be brothers. They're both complete pieces of shit.
That reminds me. The other day someone saw Jeffipoo taking a crap in an alley, and his poop actually had blue troll hair.
Aw, isn't that sweet? Jeffipoo making some mini-me's.
Next thing you know, Jeff will be selling his poop pets on his Kylie's Army site.
Even sadder is the fact that his sheep will probably buy them.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Oh wow, Jeff just ran off again. Go figure.
We gave him too many ideas. Now he's off making his mini-me's, his stink children.
Can't we just nuke him? It would make the world a better place.